So when we talk of addiction, I know how it affects young people.
Oh, yeah.
There are several types of substances that you can take. There are people who get addicted to drugs that they are given by the doctor.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching this video from. This is Kingdom Gang Podcast, and if you're new here, kindly hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, and feel at home. This is where we have real conversations around issues we are facing here on earth, of course, as God's children under His kingdom and guidance. And on today's amazing episode, we have a guest with us to just help us navigate the issue of drugs and substance abuse. And I will just like to introduce him and allow him to just introduce himself as a person. We get to know who he is and how we're going to go through this episode together. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Stella. My name is Samson Kamau.
Mm-hmm.
I am an addiction counselor. A little bit about my background. I am a father.
Oh.
A father of 2 boys, and an adopted son. So when we talk of addiction, I know how it affects young people.
Oh, yeah.
I hope during our interaction, we are going to discuss and spread the message to our young people so that they may not get themselves caught up
Oh,
with
yeah.
the problem of addiction and substance abuse. And once again, thanks so much for welcoming me.
Karibu sana.
I already feel home.
We are happy and glad.
Thank you so much.
Karibu.
Asante.
And just to start us off, maybe you can share with us briefly what drugs and substance abuse is.
I think for a better understanding, we would want to, first of all, understand what is addiction.
Okay.
Because even before we go to substance, globally we need to understand what is addiction.
That's
In
true.
the simplest form, addiction is a condition where you are using a substance or you are engaging in a behavior that you are unable to come out even when it's giving you negative consequences. For example, in a very simple way,
Yeah.
somebody is drinking, they still want to drink, they are unable to stop it, but they're still drinking even when they're causing accidents. So that compulsiveness, continued use of a substance, continued use with a behavior, for example, gambling, which is resulting to a negative
Right.
consequences
Yeah.
in life. That's what we call addiction.
Addiction.
You're trying to get out, you know the consequences, but you cannot be able to get out.
Oh,
So
yeah.
globally, that's what we call addiction.
Addiction.
Addiction then is categorized into 2. We have what we call substance abuse that results in addiction, and we have behavior addiction. So what you need to understand, Stella, that the global is the addiction, which is later categorized into 2.
Into 2.
So when we talk of substance, it's anything that you take into your body. You drink, you smoke, you inject, something that gets into your body. So that's the substance. Then behavior is when you're not taking any substance, but you're addicted to a certain behavior that you cannot get out. For example, you've seen most people getting addicted to gambling.
Oh, yeah.
The mind works the same. Any addiction affects your brain. So you're trying to get out of the addiction
But
of gambling. The consequences is that you're going to steal money from 1 or 2 people so that you can sustain
yourself.
So then let's go back to what you had requested me to talk about substance.
Oh yeah.
There are several types of substances that you can take. But mainly we categorize substance into two. There are substances that, for example, prescription. There are people who get addicted to drugs that they are given by the doctor.
And that's very beautiful and interesting to learn that we have two categories from the addiction part of it, and that is substance and behavioral. And it's amazing to know that you can still be addicted to something by your behavior and not just a substance, because we have both the categories. And I'd like to just ask, what are some of the causes that influence this addiction being this strong from both the substance and the behavioral?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Causes are very, very many. We can spend the whole day talking about the causes.
Oh yeah.
But since we are specifically talking about young people, the first major cause of addiction is peer pressure.
Oh yeah.
The peer pressure, you want to fit in. You want to feel the form. No, you don't want to miss out. Yeah? So you can imagine you are in a bash. People are trying a substance or two, and you want to feel, okay, how does it? What is it? So if my friends are doing it, if my college mates are doing it, why not me? So the major cause of trying a substance abuse, what I need you to understand, doesn't mean if I tried my favorite drink, I drank once, I get addicted. But you start the journey.
Oh yeah.
The journey of addiction, you start with the first drink, the first smoke, the first Instagram, the first hour you spend on. So important is peer pressure. Most of the young people that are fallen into addiction, whether it's behavior or substance, is peer pressure. For example, you want to join a TikTok group, you want to join Instagram, you want to know what is going on in the world. So that pressure of you don't want to miss out,
you don't want to be
you
left
get
out.
yourself addicted. The other thing is the issue of experimenting. I want to try out. So when people smoke, they say they feel good. I also want to feel that. I'll give you a very interesting case where I saw a young man in a church. He is not confirmed, so normally you wouldn't partake the sacrament and the wine if you're not confirmed. But then he could not resist the urge to go and try out wine in a taste urge. So what does he do? And this is a true story. What does he do? He joins the queue. He goes and tries out. So when I asked the young man later, why did you do that? I wanted to feel how does it taste. And how do you think it tasted? Oh, bad. Bad. But that's the first time. There's some guy who wants to taste the bangi, they'll cough the whole. So experimenting, that curiosity, it's actually a major cause of young people. They want to feel this thing that people use. How does it taste? How does it feel? What is in this social media? Okay? I also want to know. And that's why they are very keen to buy a phone that they can access social media. The other things are issues that are not related to them. For example, if you are living in an environment where alcohol is available, you are in an environment, a family where people take alcohol, take Moratina and all those things. So the environment has exposed you to that. The kind of substance. Whether it's smoke, and then if my dad is smoking, why not me? So when he goes out, then I can try and feel over and over. So the environment you live in arouses you. Not only at home, even the environment, the neighborhood that you're living in. If you're living in a neighborhood where people are using these substances, so that's a very high likelihood that you're going to try it out. The other part is where you're going through emotional issues. For example, you have experienced some trauma in life as a young kid, and that trauma was not resolved. You are living in a family where people are fighting. The family unit is not functioning. There's violence in the family. So you want to look for something that can help you nab so if I try the alcohol one day or two and I feel I'm sleeping good, so I'm self-medicating instead of addressing the issue. So sometimes the emotional issues that young people are going through. You can imagine a university student whose grades have been going down. There's pressure, there's what. What do? They will resort to things that will help them forget their problems. So such things can resort into one trying out a substance or something else.
Amazing.
But there are so many other things we could also talk of. If you come from a family that has an addiction problem, the chances that when you start that substance, whatever that is being taken in the family, that you're going to get addicted
to.
You can be addicted because it's there is some genetic within you that requires only to be provoked.
Wow.
You see? So there are so many reasons. But in terms of young people, those are mostly the issues that confront young people and they want to try these things.
Wow. And as a young person, maybe I just ask, are your sons older or are they young?
I don't know what you would call older or young.
Hey.
But I have 3 sons.
Okay.
One is 28. Would you call that young or old?
That's in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another son. An adopted son. He's around now, I think 23 years. And then the young one is turning 16 in August. So that's a spread.
Okay. That's a Gen Z. Now, relating this to a basis of all this information and you have these sons of yours, have at one point or the other them engaged in such, and how was that?
Well, I think the older one has.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to sit here and cheat. Yeah? He has.
Okay.
But then, by the time he was trying out, the only thing I knew is to pray.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
That's the only thing I knew because I didn't have what I have.
Oh.
The skills and the knowledge I have.
Of course, yeah.
But there's something, if you want me to know what we did, I would tell you.
Okay.
Because there's a close friend of mine who is a spiritual leader in a certain county.
Okay.
I told him the problem. So one day they spent 2 weeks. My son spent 2 weeks in his home, that is in Kiambu. One day he took him to a rehab.
Oh wow!
A whole day's visit, and then after that, I think that was a turning point. So it's true. I've also had to deal with the challenges, but I didn't know what I know now.
That's amazing.
But
Knowledge.
For the young ones, I've had a chance to talk to them several times. They have the knowledge. Actually, the Bible tells us to teach the young people so that you see.
Yes, because the Bible also tells us that my people perish because of lack of knowledge.
Yes.
And it's beautiful that you're even informing us and educating us about these things, because it at times feels very saddening that certain group of young people don't get to access this kind of knowledge and they're not able to navigate oh, that was wrong, this was right. And we would say with Gen Zs and technology evolving that information is all over, but it's interesting that you're also here educating us, and we are grateful for that.
You're welcome.
And even as we continue through this topic of addiction and substance and all that, you've mentioned something very profound, that sometimes it can be very genetic. At times it can be because of peer pressure, and the causes and influence go on. And you would also want to go further and explain to us, if you may, that if you see it's becoming, because now I'm imagining your son went to rehab, so if it's becoming a bit can you manage addiction really? Non-manageable, if if I'm allowed to say that.
I guess what you're asking,
Yeah.
and I need to clarify,
Mm-hmm.
he had a visit to a rehab.
Okay.
So it's not that he was admitted.
He was admitted at rehab.
No, he was not admitted.
Okay.
It's only that.
Sorry, it is well.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Before I just hold the question, there's something you've asked about.
Mr. Kamau, hold on that thought. We are going on a very short break. Remember, this is Kingdom Gang podcast, and we are under Power to Save Worship, where we worship in truth and in spirit. And remember, guys, in between the year, in between the months, we have church tours where we just go and fellowship and worship together. And so that means on the 15th of March, we will be having a church tour at AIC, and on the 21st of March, we are going to have an amazing worship experience at Wholesome Worship, and it's going to be at Tumaini opposite Kencom. Okay, and remember, on the 24th of April, tell someone 24th of April, we are going to have Power to Save Season 7, and it's going to be at GMI in Rongai. And yes, welcome back. Mr. Kamau, you've told us about addiction and the causes, and we would just like to also just hear a bit of how the influence comes about from it being so strong. Yani, you feel like you can't do with this thing.
Basically, that's a very good question. What influences young people to get engaged in substance? One of the major things is the social media. Because as Stella, you would agree with me, the music industry has glorified the use of drugs, the use of substances.
So much.
Yeah? We get so many commercials through the social media that want to portray it's cool to use these drugs. Even the language glorifies the use of drugs, irrespective of whether it could be marijuana, it could be alcohol, and any other drugs. So the social media is actually a key influencer in terms of usage of substances. If we leave the social media, if you go to families where there is supervision in the family, where the parent is absent, you find that the kids have a lot of time to go and try out things. So if the family supervision is inadequate, it also brings a lot of, you'll agree with me, an empty mind is the devil's workshop. And there is nothing that lives in vacuum.
That's
so true. Mainly the family setup would determine a lot, and we had already talked about the availability of substance within the family. So family plays a lot of role in minimizing the exposure to
the child.
But obviously you agree that the social media is really playing a lot of if you go to the music industry, movie industry, TikTok, Instagram,
it's becoming a normalization.
Every social media, internet want to glorify the substance use. I hope I have been able to answer your question.
Yes, you have. And for a young person, what would you say are some of the early signs that this person is actually starting to get addicted?
It's a very interesting question you ask, Estera, because early signs depend with the substance.
Okay.
But there are some common things that we are able to tell. For example, if you notice a young man who was taking care of themselves, their hygiene has gone down. What has happened? There must be an issue. So what we are going to discuss, if the hygiene goes down, it doesn't mean
That's
the
it
problem.
automatically, yeah.
But in most cases, it will lead somebody was taking care of their hair, like all of a sudden you stop taking care of your beautiful hair. You are not, young men are not combing their hair. You are not washing your clothes. You are not having time to eat. You look tired throughout, constantly looking very exhausted for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
So those are indicators something is happening. You wake up in the morning, you are irritated, your irritability has gone up.
Okay.
So we want to know what is it has caused this kind of irritation. What has caused, you talk to the young man or a woman, they are annoyed throughout. They used to be warm. What is the reason that has brought this anger? So we want to understand what has happened. Okay? You even don't eat because you're spending all your time in your room. You're isolating yourself. We used to eat supper together. You used to help us in the family chores. Depending on where. Now you are isolating yourself. You don't want to talk to us. The things you used to like, you no longer like them. So what has happened? So those are the early signs that something is happening, that we need to investigate and get to know what is going on with you. If you are in high school, if you are in college, you are at university, your academics have started going down. You used to do very well. All of a sudden, the academics, we can see the performance is going down. So those are early signs that there is actually a problem. And we would want to know what is the issue.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, what has happened?
What has happened, yeah.
Not all time that it's going to be that, but a higher percentage
is that
either you are using substance or you are addicted to a behavior. Okay? You are so tired. You look very tired. And you are already very tired.
In the morning.
Meaning you've been on the social media the whole night.
Oh, yeah. Because of lack of sleep.
Yes, lack of sleep. And that will also have its bigger problem later in. What I would like you to notice that when you are young, up to age 25, your brain is not fully developed.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Your brain becomes fully developed beyond 25. So if you are younger than that, there are repercussions. When you miss sleeping for long, it will catch up with you later. So those are some of the signs that you can tell this individual kuna dangers. You see the red flags, and then you need to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. And what would you say is a way that would try and convince this person to now start asking for help? Because I tend to believe that with our generation, it's so hard for a young person to easily come out and say, I am actually struggling with this. I need help in this. So how do we go about asking for help, coming out and seeking for help?
The first thing we are going to do, Stella, until we started our discussion, you didn't know that somebody can be addicted to a behavior.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay? So the starting point, we will have to keep ourselves educated. We will have to start learning it's not only alcohol, it's not only marijuana or coca or whatever other substance or heroin that can lead you to get
addicted.
So the starting point
is
to teach you to educate you. That if you take this route, you're likely to get addicted. If your screen time is the hour time you take on your screen, whether it's a computer, whether it's a phone. If your screen time is this much, if you're not able to resist spending all your time on the screen time, then you already have a problem. And that's what we are doing now. We are educating. So the starting point
is being informed.
And the willingness to learn.
Oh yeah.
So that's when we are engaging the young people, they must be ready to learn and to be taught. Because until you know the problem, then you will not be able to
find a solution.
Now, if you find, now we have learned, then you find that you have an issue, a behavior or a substance that you are unable to stop. Let's say you find yourself you sneaking to a pump every now and then and grabbing that one, or spending a lot of your time at the expense of your, for example, if you're a student, you're spending a lot of time on the phone at the expense of your studies. You are not doing your homework, you're not doing all those things. Then that's a red flag. Look for somebody you can trust, share with them. Within the church setup, look for somebody who can help. And if still the problem is bigger, look for people who are trained like Samson who can help you navigate there. So there are so many options. But don't sit with your problem.
Oh yeah. And that is very beautiful. That you have to take the first step of asking for help.
Yes.
And even as you take us through now some of the preventative measures as a young person you should take, how would you guide us with that?
The natural rule, choose your friends right. Friends right. You agree with me, Stella? You can tell the quality of your friends.
Oh yeah.
You do not need any scientific method
to identify
to tell this guy. This guy, he or she has this kind of habit.
Oh yeah.
So the first thing, choose your friends right, because you know them.
Definitely, we always know them.
You know them. 2, learn to say no. Learn to say no. No one is going to take, for argument's sake, let's use an alcohol. No one is going to force it into your mouth. So
No
learn to say no, because it's important.
It is.
Yeah, it is important. Learn to say no, even to those links that somebody invites you in the social media. You see those links that you're invited, and somebody is going to send you a link that is a pornographic site. You receive the first one, the second one. There you are. But had you said no and told the guy or whoever it is, the guy, I mean both. I don't
both
mean
genders.
Yes. So you must be able to say
no.
To say no. Yes. Define your values. What are your goals as a young person? What do you want to achieve in life? What are the obstacles that will hinder you from achieving what you want to achieve in life? As long as you have the purpose, you know what you want to achieve in life, you are not going to let anybody distract you.
Oh yeah.
There are some basic things. For example, when you go to a bash, the ones that young people go in December, why would anyone give you a drink that they opened, wherever they opened? If there's a soda, open the soda when we can see and we can tell. You do not be careful. Take care of yourself. Be conscious that anything can happen to you.
Oh yeah.
Don't put yourself at risk of using substances. Yeah. So you have a lot of responsibility as an individual.
Oh, that is true.
If your friends are smoking marijuana, why do you still have to keep those friends? If the party is being done in a place that you're not comfortable, why do you still have to?
So it's going back to the self-awareness question.
Exactly.
Of why do I have to do this?
And the reason why God created you. What is the purpose?
That's right. You have a purpose.
And God has said your heart is His temple. So don't mess it up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bring those so many things. So self-awareness, choose your friends right, be conscious. It will not cost you anything to tell somebody, no, I'm not going to attend that party. I'm not going to try that.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a power within a person.
Exactly.
To say no.
Yes.
Which is beautiful. I was having a conversation with someone last weekend, and they were telling me the current prayer they are making for themselves is, God, do not allow every 5 minutes decision I'm going to make lead me to something you do not design for me. And it's simple things like that.
Exactly.
Power to say no.
Yes. Say no, and once you learn to say no, even your friends, they will know your boundaries.
Oh, love that. Boundaries.
Yes, they will know your boundaries.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
You will start seeing they will not invite you for those things because you have reinforced your boundaries. But you cannot live a life with no boundaries.
Oh, yeah. That is beautiful.
Yes.
And even as we wind up and conclude, what encouragement would you give a young person who's watching us today, maybe, who's struggling with addiction from social media to even the substances? Would you even give us a real life situation or experience of actually a story maybe you've heard of someone overcoming it, and even just encouraging them that you can do it if you're even addicted, that you can overcome it?
Stella, there are so many cases we could talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Not what I've heard. People I've met who have been able to manage the recovery journey.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Unfortunately, in addiction, you don't get cured.
Oh, it is a disease that has no cure.
You are in recovery every day. Every day, you are in recovery. Meaning, you are conscious that if I made a misstep, I might end up where I was. Okay? So, there are so many cases I could give that I have witnessed. So in terms of what we could tell our young people, you can get out of addiction. You can recover from addiction.
Amazing.
There is help that you can get.
You can.
Don't die with the problem. Talk, and let's have a conversation on the journey, because it's a journey.
It is.
Unfortunately, addiction is not like having malaria where we can go and
get some medicine.
No, we will have to have a journey. So the young man who is struggling with the problem, there's hope. Okay. In the original setup, God created man to represent. Okay.
We are sorry, guys.
So for the young man or woman who is struggling with this problem, there's hope.
There is hope.
There is a lot of hope. You can overcome the challenge. Don't die with it. Talk about it. There's help all over. All you need to do is to look for the right people. They will help you. We said you can talk to a trusted person. If he or she doesn't have a solution, he can refer you to a spiritual leader. If the spiritual leader doesn't have a solution, he can look for professionals. And we are there. We will help. So the young man who is struggling, the other thing, whatever decision you make now, for the person who has not tried any substance, whatever decision you make now, remember it has a lifetime consequences. So if you have not tried the substance, don't try it.
Stay away.
Stay away from
it.
Yes.
That is beautiful. Mr. Kamau has told us everything. And I mean, we could continue with this topic because it is broad. I was just about to ask you, is addiction even spiritual? But we do not want to continue that conversation from here. We will definitely invite you again and again, and we will hope you will heed to our call when we invite you.
I will. Yeah, I'll certainly
Producer
do
will
it.
give you the invoice. Do not worry. Worry no more. You can give us your last words even as we wrap up the show.
Well, I think I did appreciate
Karibu
with this
sana.
discussion.
Yeah,
It's actually a discussion that we can discuss the whole day.
we can.
But I'm happy that will be the starting point.
Mm.
And I hope the audience
Mm.
will have learned something,
Oh, yeah.
and they have taken something,
Mm.
and we have changed the life of an individual.
Yes.
Because that's the only ministry we have in this world, to change the life of an
One
individual.
person. Yes. That is beautiful because at the end of the day, it is the soul man that we always build. All right, Mr. Kamau has said it all. Remember, this is Kingdom Gang Podcast. We air every Wednesday from 7 p.m. And I have been your host, Stella Kavata.